Okay, this is my second showcase of the auto abilities submod for Ultimate Apocalypse. The Hunt Begins. This is the current script version 1.2 is compatible with Ultimate Apocalypse version 1.82. Right now, I'm playing as the Inquisition Demon Hunters, and I'm going to throw the Ordo Malleus Lord and the Inquisitor Lord at a whole bunch of Tyranids.
We shall cleanse by the vested power of the Rosette.
Updating strategic hollow map.
Look along the toolbar and you can see him just going ham. And he just activated Emperor's Wrath for faster regeneration and mana or morale. Now, I think I'll take this chance to explain that the script that this submod runs on has something called a health bias, which should be explained by a helpful graphic that should pop up right about now. This health bias is very useful to prevent these wasteful spamming of abilities that have long cooldowns or are used by high-tier, high-health units against meat shield and cannon fodder units. So the Grey Knights Grand Master with a Paladin retinue has about 51,000 hit points. So he's not going to waste his abilities on Termagants that have only about 800 hit points. He doesn't waste his Purge or Purify on them. He's gonna save it for other big enemies. And say the Sisters of Battle Archangel, who has up to 90,000 hit points, she will pretty much only use her abilities on enemy commanders and titans.
There is no escape from the cleansing fires of absolute.
Now, with this script, I find that the Inquisitor Lord works best. The Inquisitor Lord works best when kept out of close combat, so that he can just unload his psychic powers without being bothered in close combat. And now, as you can see, he's casting self-support abilities like Psychic Recovery, Emperor's Wrath, and Inspiration Conquest. And now, as you can see, the health bias. Right now, you can see the health bias at work. The Inquisitor Lord has has little over 5,000 hit points. This Tyranid Zoanthrope only has about 600. The script has deemed this Zoanthrope with such low hit points simply not worth any of his abilities. so he's not going to cast it on him. In an actual legitimate game and combat scenario, the Inquisitor Lord would be backed up by stormtroopers or Grey Knights, who would then be able to easily finish this zone throw off. Now I'm going to throw a unit of Inquisitorial stormtroopers and Grenadiers at some Eldar. You might see the optional fallback rule in action and see what happens when a unit's morale breaks. Well, unfortunately for the Grenadiers, they all died before their morale broke. But the Stormtroopers, their morale broke, and they have automatically triggered medkits for fast health regeneration, as they automatically fall back to the nearest strategic point that you own. Now the Acolyte, the sergeant of the squad, died before their morale broke. But if the sergeant were alive and their morale breaks, they would have had the rally ability ready to use, and they would have automatically used it to instantly recover morale and hit medkits for health regeneration as they fall back. This would massively improve the squad's survivability. Okay, so to actually show off the fallback rule, I have 2 units of Space Marines. Both of them have a sergeant. I'm just going to have one unit throw stun grenades at the other. That will get the same effect as breaking their morale if they were in an actual combat situation.
Let the grenades fly! How can I serve?
And there they go. They just triggered rally, but they're still gonna fall back, and you need to reorder them back into the fight. But morale restored. They're up and ready to get right back in.
I follow your commands.
Now I'm gonna throw a 3-unit combo at the forces of chaos over there. The brother champion of the Grey Knights with his demon hammer, at a Terminator chaplain, and the Grand Master of the Grey Knights with a paladin retinue. They have a lot of abilities. Let's get them stuck in.
Demons and heretics will fall before us. We strike with the wrath of the righteous!
Enemy forces confirmed.
This is the judgment of the righteous!
And the brother champion just used Strike of Justice. The chaplain just used Demoralizing Shout and Inferno Grenades. And obviously, Grandmaster and Paladins are trying to use Banish. And as you can see, the Hell's Bias is at work again, and he's not, and the Grandmaster isn't using his Quake, Purge, or Purify because they just don't see an enemy that's worth it in proximity. An enemy that's high health enough, because mind you, these are fully upgraded Grey Knights, the Chaplain, the Brother Captain, against Chaos forces that are not upgraded at all. I mean, the enemy AI is effectively off right now, aside from some basic proximity response algorithms. It looks like he did use the Strike of Justice. finish this off, just gonna have a brawl with these forces of chaos, using the Chapter Master, Librarian, Chaplain, and Gladiator Command Squad.
Follow me into battle. Praise the Emperor.
And voila!